Today, we want for can talk small about the Commissioner of Anti-Corruption Commission, when Francis Ben Kaifala. He don't 2 years in office, and they head the team where they fight against corruption in a salon. Waiting at the percentage where you want game in the fight against corruption. And the second part, are Sierra Leoneans ready to end corruption in Sierra Leone? Forget somebody for faith, but forget somebody on the other end we're willing for end the corrupt practice is another one. That's not the conversation where I want to make we get this evening. However, make we start the coronavirus update as we can always do. Today, the 25th of June, 2020, that's what the numbers then look like. 280 tests was conducted. 280 tests was conducted. Out of that 280 tests day, 27 turn out for be positive. 27 turn out for be positive. If you been there yesterday, what you be here see? Yesterday we get 7 new cases, and now be 136 tests now them be conduct. I be plead say the more numbers of tests conducted, now the more positive case we can always get. And this just proved my point. 280 tests, 27. But make we hear from the different districts them, we send positive cases them when we come 27. Bo, 13. 13 positive cases. 9 come out that Bo. Cambia, 2. Kono, 2. Tonkolili, 2. Western Area Rural, 1. Western Area Urban, 7. So Bo now get the highest for today with 13 positive cases. And don't forget say now 27 positive cases them 9 we get. Let me see what in the other numbers then look like. For the past 24 hours, nobody not lost in life to COVID-19, so the cumulative number still stand at 56. The cumulative confirmed positive cases now do reach 1,381. 1,381. The active cases them of the one where they respond to treatment now isolation centers them now 401. 401. Recoveries within the last 24 hours, 28 people them beat COVID-19 na salon. 28 people them recover from COVID-19 na salon. And with cumulative recoveries number now, they'll reach 897. 897 recoveries now we don't get. Number of people we currently in a quarantine now 1,737. Number of people them we don't discharge from quarantine now 6,915. 6,915. Total number of tests we don't be conducted na Sierra Leone from the start to date na 10,714. 10,714. Now the total number of tests we don't be conducted na Sierra Leone. Now so the numbers then look today for COVID-19 na salon. Make you not forget say enhanced regulations they out now for make people and go adhere. And if they adhere, that one they go help for end coronavirus quick one inside salon. And part of the regulations then the way they now way a manner where they go they find drivers them, find passengers them, find market woman them, find restaurant owners them, find bankers them, find government officials, find everybody findable. So make sure say you familiarize yourself with the enhanced regulations where they now, so that it no go bet you. And where they at the diaspora, make we pass the message to we fumble them, so that they no go get for call we say, hey, they don't detain personal. Because there is an interview where the interview retired Brigadier Kelly Conte this morning na Radio Democracy, and they ask him about the same question where we ask Naya. Say, they detain. What in that one they mean? What they say, then go detain person. The first answer we give is say, he no know. But the second one, he back him up with say, well, then go detain the person, take the person pay before they left him. But in no day, nada enhanced regulations. So I think the one the way concerned, they look inside the back. If you be listening to the interview this morning, you go no say yes. Wait till I talk so, now so he say. When they ask him, well, what they say for detain, what in the one they mean? Now I say, no. Before he say, oh, well, I'm going to detain the person, tell the person pay the money before they left him. But that one day, not then at the regulation, and not then at the printout. So we need more clarifications. But I just don't want to out that one day again today, make we not divert the conversation. Because today, now how we will go on for end corruption as alone. Then President Biobi choose Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala. He's saying believe in this young man, and this young man will help for end corruption na salon. This young man don't take office now for 2 years. For 2 years he don't be in office. When he be just come in the early stage, we know it be come out to them begin say, oh, the person will then pull, let me send her into retirement, or then send her to leave, then they take this thing out time, because go kind inside small. But it take the office. And a couple of times, you know how they can say, in name don't they play. Couple of times, the commissioner, in name don't they play. It just depends on how you want to see the playing of the name. I can remind you, one, now waiting be happen na cutting tree. Saying be they try different ways them for scare people for end corruption as alone. People can be frowned at them. And to date, he say no regret on that decision the way he take. He say because waiting happen. Even after that, they see people and teachers them still. After that incident day, about 2 or 3 consecutive Saturdays them, where Scorpions can continue for conduct it, then continue for catch teachers them. So he say, you see, even when you do that, they not deter people them. That's not the one we're making name play. Another one will be making name play, now the one for the chief minister. Where a journalist called the chief minister, where the chief minister end up called the commissioner, and the commissioner end up called the journalist. We'll be deal with that one day now. You know how that one day be end up. But you want to tell me, say, even with all the question marks the way you get for the commissioner, you not do anything good in fighting corruption as alone? For the small assessments who don't get on Facebook, people and things say the commissioner is one-sided. And whenever I don't get opportunity for sit down with the commissioner, when myself ask the same question, one-sided, say, now one side no more the fight against. That particular day, na share network forcibly reveal them. So you remember the people who will be there in charge of the communication strategies about one scandal of one particular money where them begin say for sensitize, where them begin for all some people them. And I'll be part of this administration. Today, Samuel Wise Bangura asks the same thing. Again names them. He talk about that Chinese race. He talk about the scope. You remember that lady where we go na TV Joshua in church where we go give testimony. He talk about that one day. He called different names there inside the administration where he say they really don't go after. So where people and the thing say now only one side and then the fit. He say, but then the fit everywhere. These are just some of the things we are just because I think say that one day based on waiting we don't see people and they write on Facebook, then one day they go come up. But now two parts to the question. Waiting you want to rate the commissioner, whose percentage, why you get that percentage there, and you think say salon people them they're ready for end corruption. Na salon. Now the two questions, Andy. But for now, make you count Usman Toli, make you can help we in digging deep into this topic today. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, and welcome everybody. This topic is a very sensitive topic. But me just encourage Sierra Leoneans them. You know, when we do the analysis, logo the world with green, white, and blue. Lord land for be fair to yourself. And sometimes you go even they talk about some of them here we get for try for do for your country. Because the only way by which we will able to push that country go before, now way we look at Sierra Leone from a Sierra Leone perspective, under the green, white, and blue. So there, although we just be ourselves, we can analyze based on what we see, with all the evidence we may see. To start with, thank the commissioner, the anti-corruption commissioner, Wayne Francis Ben Kaifala, for the job we don't do. Me own ranking or me own rating, again 61%. And I go tell you now why. I will tell you now why again 61% and who side the 39% go. When are the weaknesses? So at the start, for giving the evidence, we talk about the strength first. And then later I will talk about the weaknesses then. Who side the 39% go. First of all, it's important for all we know say the fight against corruption is a difficult fight. Considering we own countries themselves, the people them, the politicians them, it's difficult, it's chronic, like a cancer. And not only in Sierra Leone, but African countries. And I tell you, I don't talk this before, the three main things them, where they put we country behind. Now, three things then. One, na corruption. Two, enforcement. Three, na compliance. The two, where na corruption and compliance, it comes from both sides, from both the people and the government, the politicians then. While as enforcement, and on the side of the authority then. You make the laws then, but when you come for enforce the laws then, you know they do them well. So now the three major problems then this, until we try to look into them here, it will be very difficult. Now let's dive into the main issue here. This man, take up an institution we don't corrupt. Remember, the ACC was established by the 2002 Act. So 18 years on. So when you come, you know, say there are challenges. And one of the strategy, I think, say, he talk about this now in interview with Samuel Wise. One of the big strategy I work out, and they talk about the strength, and I will come back to the weaknesses soon. One of the big thing that we do a diversification strategy. What does this mean? We get what we call the non-conviction based asset recovery. What does this mean? They run at the property where they thief, rather than you hold the person, you can go court. What's the advantage of this? In most cases, when they can go, then people are in a court. The law by then was so lenient that sometimes the punishment where they give the person is not proportionate, is not equal to what he thief. So most people then an incentive for continuing for thief. But when income, it change the strategy slightly. They run after the property or the money where they thief. So it will try to take that money there and then put them back to the state. So this is a strategy where other countries don't use. Yeah, countries like France, talk about Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and it has been a success to some extent. So now one of the strategies and the way I commend them for. And one of the other things again we try for make sure it strengthen the Anti-Corruption Act. So subsequently, they review the Anti-Corruption Act. So we get what we call the 2019 Anti-Corruption Amendment Act. We're bringing a lot of things them. One of them, for strengthen the fines them, the penalties there, or the kind of punishment where they give people that they thief, we corrupt. Because that was one of the incentives. Because as you say, the law is so lenient, so the corrupt officials then they go on for do things them because they know say the law was not too strong. So now one of the things that we now part of the achievement. Also, it makes sure they set up. Because don't forget, this man now legal practitioner. He been on there as a lawyer. I think he say he get 13 years experience. So he using experience, for negotiate with the judiciary so that they set up a special court for try anti-corruption cases. That again, I think where we get for commend them for. And then the other thing again, when I set up this this special court for try anti-corruption cases, always stop you. It makes sure because you see, corruption cases are difficult. Not to all man, or any magistrate or a judge know how to deal with them cases and how to try them cases and So what he do, he make sure say he negotiate for letting they train judges them how to try anti-corruption cases. That again a plus on your own side. And if you listen to him, you listen to him carefully. He says, so far, so good. Since the kind of power, or since he was appointed as commissioner for the Anti-Corruption Commission, in 2018, in conviction rate was 100%. What it will mean is that the people where he convict, where they can go court, where they send go court, the one that we then convict, all the one that we can go, they're all convicted. They were guilty of corruption offenses. And in 2019, it says 16 out of the 20 cases were convicted. In other words, 80% success of the NTND. So that again, not clear evidence. Also, some of the achievements, it set up a kind of proactive measure, a kind of preventive measure, in the sense that sometimes the fight against corruption, we pass the post, involved inside corruption before expensive and time consuming. Expensive because you get to pay people, for get the evidence and all that. So sometimes before even the person is involved inside the corruption, make sure if you're able to prevent them, I think this is a good tactics. Or let stop that person or let involved inside the corruption in the first place. Yeah? And we also don't see who side and they catch people on the spot. For example, we talk of the Scorpion Squad. Recently, we see inside one of the hospitals or over this pin code, who side and go on the spot and get the people where even on the act with the money were involved in the corruption practice. We don't see hospitals. I mean, talk about some checkpoints then. We don't see a lot of cases the way Scorpion Squad they go, so as the exam malpractices, where they happen. Where Scorpion Squad they go, invade the place, and then they catch the people on the act. So that again, an achievement on the side of the Anti-Corruption Commission. More importantly, and I want everybody listening this critically, because this is why a large number of misconduct, and I will tell you why international perception of his scores are very important. International perception scores, from where this man take over, then don't they go up? I'll give you an example. The MCC, Millennium Score, Millennium Challenge, from 47 or 49%, we jump straight to 79%. That's a big score. Yeah? Just imagine, that's a big score. Then talk of the Corruption Perception Index. The perception index, the Corruption Perception Index is a very big one in the sense that most international investors, then they do research based on these indices. So the perception index we get in 2019, but was presented in January 2020, we get 33 points. 33 points now we get. Previously, I think for 3 consecutive years, we still stand at 30. So we jump up. Don't forget, the lower the number, the lower the score. Yeah? So it starts from 0 to 100. 0 means that country today is highly corrupt, absolutely corrupt. And when you get 100, it means you are the best, the highest. So we get 33%. So we move from 30%, 30 to 33 points. So that's again a very big achievement. Okay. The important thing about this is international recognition means, say, if they do well, you will able to encourage investors then. They talk about, institutions like the IMF, the World Bank, then they take all into account, meaning they improve in terms of corruption. And we saw with the Syrian square, we see other countries then, the improvement is quite low in terms of perception, corruption perception. Other countries, then they go down. Some stand still. Why will they improve? So in that respect, I will say I will give applause. And recently, we know, for some of we who they follow, we know say this man is being appointed. I'm talking about Francis Kaifala has been appointed as the president of the Network of National Anti-Corruption Institution of West Africa. So now the president. So I believe say if somebody they do well, an officer then will appoint him in short a very high position. I believe say because they believe say what they do well. Now I make them appoint him as president of that highly respected institution. And I think say a lot of other countries, and they come now with country who can study what will they do in terms of corruption. Now I move on to the negatives, there's weaknesses. Yeah? One of the areas that where a good number of the public they criticize them over the issue of the teachers then. A good number of we believe say it target the poor people. To the extent that it even go to the point for take the law now your own hand to go display the teachers then at cutting tree and humiliate them. No matter what, nobody know they are above the law. The law not allow them. Yeah? Although then they try for me to misquote what in the anti-corruption law say do all means necessary for let you know, but that is not nobody they practice rule of law. Yeah? The law is supreme. So what you do what according to the law they. So that day to a very large extent we've been criticized them on that. Again, critics then believe say this man in policies them where they pursue are politically motivated. There are some cases then where we believe to a very large extent, say if I go to if we don't pursue those cases, but we are not pursued. For example, you talk like that of no matter whether the man is innocent or guilty, but make an attempt for investigate whether this is true or not. He only investigate by going to ECOWAS bank. Remember the chief minister. If he been take that matter seriously, to be honest, by now a good number of if you been find this case insignificant, are going to the extent for go up to the financial intelligence unit for see if anything they where this man they hide. As we say, if I don't clear the area, but again that area it looks suspicious. Say to some extent, it politically motivated to fight against COVID. And again, in the way how they appoint this man, yes, as commissioner, was highly controversial. Because the law, I'm not going into detail with law because we're not a legal practitioner, but the law, according to legal luminaries, then say, for appoint person as a commissioner, if I don't practice as a legal practitioner for 10 years, and a good number of the people then believe say the term where they appoint them, you're not going 10 years in. So the appointment was highly controversial. Okay, the other one again is in terms of the fight against corruption. I believe say it's been undermined by the fact that a lot of controversy is around the Commission of Inquiry. A good number of the people believe say the fight against corruption is, the Commission of Inquiry where they set up was itself controversial. So any decision we therefore take on that, I think is subject to a lot of controversy. Right? So these are some of the things that we feel say, we get question marks over the thing. So therefore, by my own submission here, looking at both the poems, all the evidence were on present, knowing very well that the fight against corruption is a difficult fight. If you listen to the interview, he said there are many, many times where people in the call and they threatening family. And it takes a man. Think about it. It takes a man. Where they prosecute, where, they bring people in. Imagine somebody don't take, say, I don't invest for the last 20, 30 years, then come and take that property in a year. How then people they get angry? He says sometimes, then they call them, then they threaten them, in family and everything. So it takes a real man for, pursue short roads. So, taking into account of all this, I would therefore give him 61%. Don't forget, I missed you about the other day, I rate the mayor at 70%. So if I give the commissioner again 61%, so the rest show that my own rating is not politically motivated. It's not politically motivated. I look at them purely based on the evidence we are on doing also. So I will stop here give me fellow panelists and chance for let us dive into the matter. Thank you very much, AAA. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Make we come with Aisatu. Make we hear waiting in get for it today. Yes, Aisatu, you get the platform.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope say we all do well. And we, as we constantly hear the update for the COVID-19, Lord, not forget for the sensitize and for the educate, we family members them now Sierra Leone for ensure say, then they adhere. And, with the hope say, we will find, really combat COVID-19. And with the hope say those measures that we don't put in place yesterday by the NACOVAR team, with the hope say as them start time, then, everybody go adhere and follow these rules for make sure say, we go really come out strong with COVID-19, even though we did, the number of them not that great, but we did hope for the best. And also, yesterday, I know so many recommendations then coming, and then concerns where I was up with the pulmonary and all that, we every one of the callers, Omar, I believe, mentioned something about community service. We would live overseas. We know, say, if you know the money at those things you do, sometimes then they fine you do jail time plus community service, or you do community service along with some fine. So, so these are something that I'm sure if then they listen to this program, then for the consider then thing there. So, in terms of the Commissioner, Francis Ben Kaifala, for me, not a good grade. For me right now, if they're not like a graduate level, not to like an undergrad. So graduate level, really forget a B in all your subject courses or your, for let's say you pass. So it's like, you don't get anything where I would say you get a B. So for me, I'm not going to get a fail mark, but I'm not going to get a pass mark. So for that reason, I'm not get a percentage, I get incomplete. The reason why they get incomplete, they can't to right now. The reason why they get incomplete, it get the passion, it get the drive, for ensure say, where you don't come to this, then it capable of doing that. You can see them in how it talk, how it present himself, how it present every case, just, not just because in a barrister, in the past and all that. I believe say, he don't do some good things them. But then it happens for her, get some gaps, that, and then it do well in other areas, them, So for those reasons, just like, why the grade student, them, whether not a graduate level or undergraduate, I look at some of the things and where the students do. So right now, I did grade Francis Ben Kaifala, just like one of Neo's students, and that is, if you do well in your assessment skills, I give you a point for that. If you do well, in the medication administration, I will give you points. But if you not do well and you get for repeat, you get for redo the medication administration because you get like 2 trials, so. You not do well on the first one, so I take and say, fine. You don't do well in the assessment part, and then you don't write a paper, where you say, you don't get like a B, and then, so now the medication administration are you practical. So if you not do well there, I give you a passing mark. So for that reason, you did fail the clinical. But then I did consider the fact, say, if you repeat them again, they look at different things where if you don't accomplish within that, you will give a passing grade, or you can get the B grade, which they expect for Francis Ben Kaifala. So the other good thing then where you don't do, we come in, that MCC score will go up, that helps, and also they appoint her as the West African, president for these corruption, then what people they admire him, that's a good thing. Me self admire him, so many Sierra Leoneans they admire him. So you just like say you get a student who say he's capable of doing the work, he get all it takes to do the work. Well, what's happening? Right? So for that reason, you want push them, you push them harder. So I'm pushing him to do better, right? And then, if he stays focused, I believe say he will do well. And at the same time, if he tries to stay neutral. When I say neutral, that's very important in the fight against COVID-19. So for me, I don't feel say it stay neutral. You know, they just go after some people them and then left some of them out. When you do that, then you're not being neutral. You're not really trying to fight corruption. If you're trying to fight corruption, you want to treat everybody the same. Right? And then that will show a clear example. It will show a clear message to the public, to the people them where they do corruptive acts then at the country for ensure say, for no say, if then Trump, this Scorpion squad, go lift them any out, right? One of the members that think she was like the public advocate or like her name is Margaret Murray. I like her passion. She's very strong, and on all that. So I feel say he really surrounded with a very good team, the commissioner. So it just needs for make sure say it treat everybody the same and go after everyone, not leaving anybody out. Just like the thing with the chief minister, it starts, but it's stop it for me. There was no follow-up. If you go give patient medication and you not go back and reassess for still say, the medicine what I give you now for pain, how is your pain? Did the pain get better? Do I need to give you another pain medication? So for that reason, you definitely know you work right. So for me, I did look at the follow-up also. So he did not do follow-up on certain things that he bring up to the public, but then waiting at the result, waiting at the after, result after you don't start the process. And the other thing is, where they say all the money that we don't come in for COVID-19, where is the ACC? Right? I know one day they say the ACC, they up there trying to find out what are they doing with this money, where they putting it. They don't wait until when they don't use the money, they don't smuggle the money, they don't keep the money and take it out of the country and not make any good use for the country. Now the time that you want kind begin to say, will they go look for the money? No, you do it now so that it not even go escape. Right? Because we really don't want to let them money they escape. We really want to let them money and then go into good use for the country. Where this is the light, the water, the healthcare. Those are three things that we are really craving for in Sierra Leone, and we really hope that it will come to a reality. So we self-fulfill, well about the country, and then moving forward, everybody will do their own part. So now that's not my question. So I'm not Siam. There's no shadows of him. So for those reasons, he has an incomplete until he tries to do these follow-ups and do all these things that he missed. Then he won't get a passing grade. He will probably repeat the course. Thank you very much. And I want to say hashtag.
No, say the hashtag you too. No, say me too. Well, because there is a second part of this question. Are Sierra Leoneans ready to end corruption in Sierra Leone?
I think majority of Sierra Leoneans are ready because they don't fed up with all these mini corruptions that we can take place. Now then, roads them, them barracks them, the mini corruption. Sierra Leoneans don't tired. They really tired with them, but then one for CC, then they prove them way this is, then try them, then we'll go for them. Right? So we know to see where the commissioner they go for the police them, do an undercover story for saying, what, today they travel, you didn't come here, then the whole money in a year, where they try for cross the border for one at Guinea. Would they see any stories like that? I don't think we are seeing that.
Then do
okay, then do one.
Soldier man.
Yes, then soldier man. Besides the other thing where with them two white guys then at the Liberian border, where they say that where they're not saying international, then put on a social media. And the time that you see the commissioner do a follow-up phone call and call them for try for address them because why don't get out of the country. But all the one that way they happen within the country, what happened to those? Now within the country. And then I'm sure with social media, with the phones, and now, many people should just be on board and make sure we can fight corruption. Because if we not fight corruption, we country not go before. Because this not some of the things them. And it starts with we. Of course, I believe say it starts with we. If you not say you don't get an airport, and then the person where you meet or the custom officer they ask you for money, where you not say you not forget money, you tell them say I'm not doing that. Let you be the one. Let you be the first one. Yes, we have to do these things, but at the same time, waiting at the follow-up from the administration, for this ACC administration, then give you a role now because they know say you fit for the one. And me believe in him. I know he's capable of doing it. Whoever he's afraid enough or like they listen to, way then again like a mixed feelings, they need for just block all of it. Block both sides and just do your work. That's it. Sometimes that's what you do. Even when you're at work, you have people that tell you, don't do this, but you don't listen to them. You do the right thing because you believe the right thing and therefore come out strong. And that means so. And for that reason, Sierra Leoneans, we should work together and stay tough. So for that reason, #Talon Talk.
All right. Thank you very much, Aissatou.
Thank you.
Yeah. Make we count us friend. Make we waiting and get for we. Yes, us friend, you get the platform.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brain. And good evening or good morning. Hello to everyone. Me also no for look to the man himself in the Francis Ben Kaifala. I just want to note the both have done the thing. I don't say so, most of them. But the area no more I would just want to see. And no go grade and force it. I would just want to explain then at some point midway then I will try to grade them in a different way. But so far so good. Him as a person, he get a personality of in own office. Okay, but the office now is there in different ways. You see, because one thing about human being, you get what they call act of man. They get human acts. Then that's like a mortal man, what he incapable for do. Then you, the mortal man, with the nature part of you, like everybody for eat, everybody for breathe, everybody for talk. It depends on the method they apply for anything they are. Then you get now the act, them self way you the mortal man they for sure. They're quite different from daily. When I did the problem can they between human being I behave and human being wouldn't behave for can say pass the money to you for know what they do if you go and find. You see? So but in your own character, they see on that side they will say get one part of say I'm ready to work without someone not tell me. Because it updates. Now the first thing but no more I impressed a little bit that it updates you of everything. I've seen Ian Mother said recently, but if you look no more in social media for update people them, I don't know how far it go na the mass media. But in terms of for say anything will happen, they make people in Siam. Anything will happen, it make people in Siam. It happen today, it make people in Siam. But the area now left of in being neutral. Now that area they will question. It will question for say some of the areas them where it say in neutral. When you take few incidents like the one where 2 incidents, so then them guy the owner them bloggers them. Then you talk of that lady who have been go give testimony. Then you talk of that right the rest for the school. They try for ask now say I believe say some areas then the law will be don't put now the country now again they affect some areas the way in the act. Say when you see say at some point then they get for adjust. I think say some of in laws them in the government. So suddenly they begin to say okay, law give this, law give this. I think at some point before they get for adjust a little bit. I not get more, maybe by Sunday if I get a bit of more Sunday. But the idea is that some things for do with the law. How in get power for do what they get for say you I catch you, I get right for tell you say you don't do this and no way they just get for say go. But you get for take them back, you go to another level, he left and give the law. At that stage now where they can't left the law for let them go decide for say they will punish you or they will convict you. Now there's some of the areas of the law, they begin they can now, they pick here, they pick here, they pick there. Because I see the way you do. Then even the other one who the law for that COVID things, the way they talk about for monitor. You go think say, okay, it's supposed for go day, where they give that money self. It's supposed for go check that money will don't come. Who's on a drum? But the law now where they are facing them giam, the giam like say, you they come after thing don't happen. For can't check if it happen, fine. So another more now, if some of the laws that they were able for bypass for say, when I supposed to show me if when I give 40,000, when I show me every day how much when I use them. But I also see and say now so it look like say it's that they wait. Say everything done. If now work and give you, we don't done the work, can show me and account for what you do. Like check usai and usai. The only sign of where you go make a move if somebody blow a whistle for say, oh, I suspect something they go under. I face in another time they grab, he go. according to actually the way they bind up for do. So I'll just say like how they talk. So in a man will be the update. Go look today. Today after that one, today the tweet where he tweets now I say in poverty and greed. Now the lack of integrity and the main causes of corruption. In based in a poverty, greed, and lack of integrity. Now the main cause of corruption at the country. Even though when people reply to in tweets, some people say, well, some people and the poor man will not get if they give, so they not go corrupt. Or someone say, well, let them give the rich man there will not get because now they get money, so they not corrupt. But when you look again on two sides, there are people who have more. The more than they get, the more they want for secure. They get some people in back who don't get at all. They are the worst again. So you go try to come back to the point where it's in a human nature. The act of man, some man they breathe and eat like everybody, but when he go that border now for let him go exhibit how in the mortal man, who's capable for do. Now they the problem can't deal with mortal man then. And now they the issue can't deal. When we come to what is then they say now wild and toxic culture, now it don't affect a very wild and very toxic, not only in Sierra Leone, but worldwide. Some other areas they're able for diffuser. But some of the areas that we are underdeveloped, corruption is very difficult for letting with diffuse them if people are not enough farm, wherein waiting you they say you expect waiting at the part B where we expect are we ready for change corruption? Are we ready? Okay, we on part where the person go to parliament, when they elect you a leader or when they put you in a top post, waiting all you auntie, you brother, you cousin, you schoolmate, then they expect. Naturally, they get for expect say this my if I can't say it will must give me envelope or it will must make a get this where. So you don't begin to put that man on pressure. If in the type of person back we're not able for setting I say I know they listen to now and they tell you like if you want to go do me this, if you want to go do me this, when I go do me this, let me serve the country. When me a time done, I come back. So you see all those factors are there. So part B, like I ask her, now the people them. Take come to waiting and they do. Look now on free to waiting and bring. What people then they go buy rest. They don't get our system for long. Then they get like small funnel. Then they pull small. So then they put 10, and they pull off 1 kilo, or like half a kilo per each bag of rice. So when they go buy the bag of rice, instead of 10 or 50 kilo, now half of the weight. So now, at today's office, they say they don't begin to put skills then because they've been on the that program for long now, where they can revamp that law, say people that want to use skills, they get certain skills who then they use when I don't want to need it for use no more. But I don't know how effective it will get for B because always the law, how effective people then will use that. Why then they bring all this for like people that want to mix pan small corruption, then go where you bag, where you go buy, you know, say the bag and I tell before I take a care and go now. So all those kind of things, in a teamwork, you have people ending at the society wherein they know they help. But he as a person, if you come back again to the beginning where he be, he as a person, he really get for just try focus on areas that if you see say this year and they block me for let not do this, or now the law where you don't put trade, they're not able to change them. Because the man who go take that rest, they look example, somebody went the rice for go distribute. All right, the person they wouldn't go give. They're not being right for take the rest, they go give other people them because some they say the teacher then go take and give even up to pastor, they then pray for them. Because the one who go give, not go tell and say this rest here, that for let them cook for them, picking them. But again, it can't to wherein some people they know, but just because they say now I take and go give you, I do the wrong. So then people and most of them free and arrest case the case can't left now to the top people them. But they too, they were corrupt. Because if they go give yourself rest now school, you're not teacher. All right, in our school, you know, you know, we say, well, not for me, what about the children then? You go more think, say, oh, I get to kill the one angry, I'll cook for them. Or not even give them a bonus. But you say, no, now for give away, for other people that they go pray. So it too is corrupt in some way. So corruption, it go there, but the people and they can't draw line because of the law where they, for say, you want to take the rest, now you sign for her, now you the paper talk, say you don't hold how many bags for your constituency, now you're the responsible for that one day. So you see, that level, say the Lord, they affect some areas there, and then some areas there, now in back, therefore try step up for look, say, if I have to try these laws to be amended, let them be amended. They don't amend few, but they have to amend more and more. If not, there are areas where people then would bypass the laws. Like people then they say, well, I'll make something legal. Na parliament. What is legal? It's legal to do this. If they able for, if God can't make them overcome and they, well, now suffer will suffer. So if now suddenly they say now 1 million go for day can't come out for day that the revenue of salon, then we'll use that 1 million day for entertain, either they get for entertain or do something because it is legal. So you see, it's really effective. It's really open and it's really transparent of what he don't see, what he plan for do, but the area they now how it end up. Another one day, I know they know. But the other area, like how Mr. Musman Tolimi talked about, there is some other areas where it be forced for sure, which was very good. The early stage where the people they all just like Maui Dana War, the time where they go for good disarm, no way say don't go keep that gun day. Now that time the way you still hold and they go up and on say, I'm going to disarm you, give me the gun, give me your bullets. But if you wait and say, don't go dig the keeper and say, well, they go keeper in case or say, well, come back. So that something like that, he able to run after the people and they, just after the phase one of people and they don't come on at power, he able to get some of the money, he able to put on, they go gear. And they check when they see, they go give the matter beyond a parliament, where they talk, say, they will use that money they for use them till and they. But that is the phase one, where no one own the individual, they do that one day. But the law is somewhere a problem of the man is execution of his work. I believe that one day. Then him get for set year back. Some areas the the law he open for a leg will work. If for try back, it lock in it become neutral. Because there are areas where the law is straightforward for a leg will get you, they get you. See, so that area you know I want to see. But for Gradam, I go take stock and as say now work in progress. Not a job finish yet. Now work in progress in the we'll get a lot of areas we need to polish.
Okay, so waiting at the percentage still, even though I work in progress. Okay, look like say, una they only work in a hospital. When I look at this percentage.
Percentage, I know. Well, now because of the way we look at human being, the most of the when people are really, we look at human being, we sorry for them, always they give a chance of coming back. Especially a proper nurse, to be very candid. I don't say that I don't go work with you, but now just come out because they teach myself. I go give them at least a 45 for now. Because some 45 they go help you depending the module they do, then go say go do the next module. Now 45. You know fail because sometimes some people and then get certain module when they give 45 now the average border. So it's very good. So that will put another 45. We'll put another one day. And the percentage. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yes, caller, you did live on air. Your name and also you call from, please.
Oh, this is Idris Kabia from New York.
Yes, it is Kabia from New York. What's in the percentage? Yes, what's in the percentage we go give the commissioner?
Really, maybe we can give like about 50%.
50%, why?
Because of your effort.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, but like what I want to say is like this. Okay, they say that they check people them way corrupt, so don't take money and this and that. Okay, so somebody thief $5,000. Okay, and the Commission of Inquiry take $2,000 back from that person. They still get $3,000 left, right? And plus, I want to say again, people that would thief in a saloon. Why make them really check the money that we don't get overseas? Because I'm not saying they're not just get accounts in a salon, they get accounts them overseas too. Why make them not trace their account and they see whose money would they transfer overseas?
Anti-corruption say then they do that. They say they're able to do that. All
right. And plus, what I want to say again, why make all the ministers or people that when they work for the government, therefore let all of them not transfer no money overseas. Everybody forget bank account in a salon. All members of parliaments or whoever they work for the government forget accounts in Sierra Leone instead of overseas accounts.
I don't understand. I want to make you break that down. You mean they're not supposed to forget any account overseas? Now just Sierra Leone, no more than forget, or what did they try to say?
Yeah, because the American also, even if you're a billionaire, If you come out now, if you go out of this country with money out of this country, you never go out more than $10,000 in your pocket.
Now the same na salon. Now the same na salon.
Now the same they get that system. They okay, maybe they get. They get different system.
No, not the same. 10,000.
Now overseas, you know, let's just crump now salon for themselves instead of they want buy gas for them to car. All right. So now you take down there. You be saying you go call me the last
yes,
time.
Yes, the terminal reach it. I cannot call it. Yes, the good old days. We must can't talk them. We can't talk and.
So I think I follow 50%.
50%, okay. Thank you very much, Idris.
Okay.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah, night. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yes, Patrick. How much percent you want for the commissioner?
Well, I can say I'm at 15%.
Why 15%, sir?
The 15% because now the way I go about some of the job the way they do. You know, it start very well. You get determined for end corruption or maybe to fight corruption for bring them to the lowest as possible as you can. But if the government will appoint them, they interfere inside work and some of the things that way for do, you know, they do either scared or they hold them back, that don't reduce in percentage down. And, you know, because everybody they see, we don't see so many cases there where they take them to my office. They like today, when I read the story at the end of that case is there, they just go quiet to all and forget about that. You see, and that ended they go as the anti-corruption officer, it's not like for the bias because now so he say when they take office, he say you know go bias. Even if now this present government, if find anybody guilty, go bring that to the book. But we don't see people there where they don't come inside, where they don't take their name, they don't go to anti-corruption because they didn't have top offices, now they're not critical public figure. We see how that case, they had a batter. They just knock on top no more. That was it. But we see the way they treat the local man, the common man, the teacher, the man at that border, the one at that hospital. You see where they know say they're on a commoners, they know that I can see how they treat it. You know, but that don't make in percentage, you know, get full graded. So let one get the full support of Sierra Leoneans there. They left for actually bring some of these top people that my book and go see how the case they had and say, okay, this man, let's say like example, Minister of what is that guy, Minister, I don't forget what position today, you know. So if you ever bring that, you ever bring that man, they say, well, I say me too, that $10,000 when they get, we don't find out, you know, they're there anti-crime people that will monitor money transactions in that country. If they're able to charge them people that day, and you know, you see how things they do. So we will not say they're really serious to fight this corruption. But if they don't begin the bias, people that certain people that they bring that to book, certain people that don't bring that to the book. In the barnyard, certain people that they bring that to book, certain people that don't bring that to book. It go hard for fed corruption. And the last point is what you say is Saloma ready for fed corruption. Simply, as the last comments I made, I say that maybe the next 10 years, what would they start with 70s or 80s? We will see that they will fed, they will come, they will not minimize that. But as long as the living of condition of people that not improve now happen today, corruption will go down at Saloma, no matter what they try. As long as the people that life on basic things that where people that need, no will afford them. They give from the top to the end, to the common man. Because if that policeman, you pay how much? 800,000 or 1 million. He gets 7 people. Well, most of police they under, they get more than 15 people there. So get 10. Not so the one, maybe with the Mareguma alone, he get 7. The outside one, they now don't go bomb with their friend. He left for feed land there. He left for take care of them one day. We chief them. We see how many women that they married. You will see them, they left for training, picking a day. Where company, they want come for development at the turn, then maybe they will go through the chief there. They go all on, you see what happen at Tombo. At the same time, they demand that they say, it's on development and the community, the man in charge, and they eat all. Each man, they even benefits from them. So as long as the living condition of this common Sierra Leonean or even the average Sierra Leonean in life not will get what he wants, corruption will always take place. Maybe they go to hide that. Definitely they go to hide that. But something and they, as long as them thing and they not said to let somebody wake up in the morning, you get enough food for it, you will get work, where you finish school, you don't finish in university, you don't finish in degree, wherever you don't go learn at college, where you come out, you will go get work, where you get work, you will support your family, maybe you get your own family, that will help. But you not go finish school, if you not belong to a social party or you not belong to a social tribe, they not go get that work, they maybe in graduation or whatever, a degree, go do maybe that person they go end up. I know somebody when he finished, this guy finished college now for big college, everything very good. I know what he do right now. When not even partake of what he go for school for. I know what he do. So that thing all that. So now that no mommy left for say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you're live on your name and who side you call from?
It's not Mike. I come from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike. What's the percentage where you want the commissioner?
I'm not saying you already. I got 20%.
20%. Why 20, sir?
Because first of all, when they fight corruption, they don't look like they're going to win the fight. Because first of all, when they fight corruption, therefore get access to the country in bank account. So you go know the money where they can inside and the money where they come out. Outside the money go, you go know what they do with them because you trace the money. They don't get access to that. If they don't get access to that, I don't think they fight corruption and just like when they follow somebody, we're already there ahead of you. So you go take before you catch up to that person there. That person at the type fight, then they go in the fight. If they get access to the account now, they see who side the money go. Would that take money? Would that then give money? And then go follow up if what they do that money there. I think another way they can do the corruption fight. The other thing is with this lockdown we get, anti-corruption wait till almost 2 weeks last week before they do his thing. We all now know say the people and they go past them checkpoint and they. We all now know say that they go past them checkpoint and they because now the only way that where the virus they spread. No, they don't do his thing. They wait till 2 weeks last week before they do his thing. And they say that then they chase the fight, but then they're behind the fight. You get neck to neck with the fight. They wait for the fight for the fight don't go, then you begin to follow the fight behind. And the other thing is, Kaifala in phone number, enough for being listed, not the phone book or anybody for a phone number. A phone number for be private. All man they call her, chief minister they call her. It is outside the country, chief minister they call her say, this person they investigate me. How then phone number for be private? Where you fight them? Where you in that type position in there? For allow people like that for they call you outside of the country. Now the type of corruption, the corruption, fear, now on one side of corruption, Now that need to make me say not glad with them, This couple of days ago, they get case now, McKinney, where they distribute money, watching an AYV. Somebody else will sign. Then they go for the people and go for take the money instead of getting the 250,000.
But
they end up with
that particular one didn't be prosecuting them. They arrest 4 people. Anti-corruption arrest 4 people in that McKinney case. That Naxa McKinney case.
But you see, I not be getting follow up. Yeah. All right. Well, at least well, the 20, some of the 20% than the way. Yeah. At least they follow up.
Since you don't know now, you want Ace up small. On a daily.
No, I'm not Ace up. I'm not Ace up, me man. I'm not Ace up because the fight now one-sided fight. It only follow. It only chase the poor people. the people that actually take the big money then at the country, they know they follow them. The people that they sign then lucrative business then with then diamond digger then they go after them. You know, the people in they say they bring the country down. And what they sign and deal and they, you know, and then for they go after and make sure your phone number private. Nobody know they call her, you know. I mean, contribution. I hope they listen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who call from, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, hi. My name is Daud. I call from USA.
Yes, Daud. How much percent you want for the commissioner?
Yeah, I will give 55%.
55%. Why?
You don't actually do the best. We all know, say, fighting against corruption is a very big deal. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It's like you try for being patriotic. Okay? Salon, we know, say, a greater reputation from independence up to this time will not actually even forget an actual man where he will sacrifice himself and deal with corruption. Because of corruption, today we can't see now make the poverty rate Iboku. The last time I listened to Mr. Francis Ben, we talk saying now poverty make way, you know, corruption, you know, all this. No. If we talk say corruption now make poverty rate is so high. Because any country we they need to tackle the corruption, that country it will be very hard for making it grow. That what in this last call I just talked so. The one that the big fish there, before they go after, we don't get the head, the tail. Then we be careful. It don't do well, honestly speaking. I make a 55%. It don't do well. At least it should be educational sector, you know, all the malpractice that will be the happen trading. We all know, you know, it should come. Then it will serve. There's some of the monetary, you know, the revenues that would come out of the country, or would it take from the local government, you know, it don't see that it don't do well some when a young man. And need somebody with the for really doing that, and government for actually get that freedom for making you able to do a job, you know, privacy for like quitting this man also. Not all for this man for number self, because in life it is at risk, and state security you know for play with this man. Well, I know they compare Salon to the country with some of the people you know say the side with some of the corruption where they catch you. Just wait. If I'm not forcing our money, say take from somebody just because we make that sababu. You go a long time prison. I'm a very political prison in America. I'm not forcing our money to take from somebody. But Salon, all one is so like way it take their money from me. So they say, oh, they don't find this person guilty, you know, this corruption, so they don't take the money they pay back. No, this is for good punitive punishment. Not for just pay the money, bruh. Before go to jail. No, ACC, they don't catch this big man. They don't go to jail for corruption. They don't confiscate the house. They don't take the land. The other one, the one I don't do that, the one they want to live there, they go take easy. They go not say, oh, this was about. And most of the cases, the way they come up, where they prosecute now for the meantime more. But what are they array against them? Now for 1 month, 2 months, the case don't go cold. Like any cold murder case. But it don't do well. But government really for support this guy more. Because if they want for take and say that this money will don't come for this problem, yeah, COVID-19, well, that look like the most likely and Ebola. We know what will happen. And take the people they're not responsible, they're not hold accountable for that. Most of the Australians they go hold some people accountable for the crimes they wanted to commit. When? You know, so this Nadami just look for say, you know, the money for do well, the money for prosecute the criminals there from the higher ranks all the way to down. They put them in jail, then I think say it will minimize corruption. And not to stop it, but it will minimize them.
Thank you very much, Dauda. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who I call from?
Yeah, I name Abdul. I call from Paris.
Yes, Abdul. What's the percentage where you want to get the commissioner?
Well, 30%.
Why 30?
Well, if we talk about the hard work, you don't really try. Yeah, we can say he don't really try inside the 2 years in office. You know, really easy. Instead of doctor can say since independence, Salon really be the suffer. We country corrupt at least since independence, and today the parliament still corrupt. You see, and why really are they really getting this 30%? Not for all this because of, you know, I talk about him presently in way they right now as the head of the Anti-Corruption Commission. You know, as a head of the president of the of the West Africa for investigate corruption, what me believe you get all the power, at least for investigate any corruption case inside Salon. Now, true say yes, the people then corrupt, but the big problem where we get na inside with parliament. All Salon corruption today, we talk say Makituma corrupt, teacher corrupt, doctor corrupt. We all learn that from them. Now them teach we. It just start like Papa na house. Where picky, where you don't born you picky don't meet you the thief. That picking get for big thief man like you. So if you want to change, you have to change the head up. If you don't change the head, people then, you know the team up tell people they able it's the country money, then you say you want to investigate it. I agree with what the mommy say. Because that's, you know, the affect corruption. After all, they don't use the public money. Even though some people they didn't able to pay you back. Now just jail them. How many innocent lives we go don't die because of that $5,000 we don't eat? Now this we go try for calculate sometime. Now we think about the poorest people there. If they take teacher, they go to the Namindo of city. If they show everybody's here. Whoa, they are brother, we all see here. But why not do one minister like this? Or even one MP, ordinary MP or councillor, we not see her. You see? I made they give that 30% because of really, there are so many to do. We all know say we public funds, they're all take today Salon, they corrupt today. Now wait till you see, now you talk, wait till you not see, you know the talker. You see? Because there are so many things going around. We the people of Sierra Leone, we don't know about it. Pass the guy for telling a radio station or TV station, say this person don't take money. What thing about the people that would the thief? Where the government know they don't want pull out. They don't want pull in. Because we get a big fish since 11 years till now. All Sierra Leoneans they know for say the past 11 years till now, the kind of corruption we don't happen inside that country. You see, I mean just get forget Sierra Leoneans we're not ready for first corruption, because if we're ready for first corruption, we get for give support to the person we want help with fight the corruption. You see, if man we want help with fight the corruption, you put up a political party, you know they able gain the right point which you want. You see, when we talk as a fact as a Sierra Leoneans you know the class as a political party somebody, because I know as the person way they fight corruption in the country. And so we for take out we're ready for classify and law classify again with that way. Now just this big for say.
All right, thank you very much. Abdul,
yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
caller, I live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Good evening, this is Ramatu. I call from Maryland.
Yes, Ramatu. The percentage you want give the commissioner?
That's 2%. I've been
waiting 2%.
2%. Yes.
Why 2%?
The reason why I give 2%, I know that this guy gets a good idea, get good intention for doing work, but he allows the government for interrupter. In a professional, it's no government not for interrupter whatsoever. If will stick to whatever they call him for do. But because this administration, I don't call it, I don't say the administrator, but if it stand to in job, if they're not getting a chance, it can left the job, it can resign from the job. Nobody, because it needs for stand to integrity. They're not supposed to allow anybody for manipulation to any other things. And at the end of it, we see what they go on, now bias they go on, and then they only go after people that are within at the north. By the way, me not supporting no party. I don't want the vote, so I know they no party. In fact, also the party that take them the same. Now like Ogri, the last came down for smell, are the same, no different to me. But what are they see they do? Some big religion will be not working inside the government side. Then they go after them. Then they only go after people, the one the government sees or other one a threat to it, then they give a name, then go after them. Not to say if you do, you're a professional worker, you know you work, you get experience. Nobody not for dictate to you. If you do his job and you not do that side, they do job right, but that area, that bias, you're not supposed to bias. You're supposed to stand strictly for his job. Then it can get that 2%.
All right. So what do you think the Salon people are ready for fight corruption?
60% ready, but the difficulties from the big allure them, the big man them, for fight this, not easy. But everybody don't fed up. Even you know they are there, I don't fed up. Because if you can get for day tomorrow, I get for return tomorrow. This kind of corruption, he needs for hand. And we all get for come together. But we get for fed up. When we reach 100%, they will be able to fight.
All right.
So now, at this time, we are in 60%.
Thank you very much, Ramatu. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
The Sika, calling from the Middle East.
What's 9% you want the commissioner?
Thank you for this program. Thank you for the podium, man, Tripoli. I'll give Ben Kaifala 75%.
75%. Why 75%?
Okay. In the first place, this is not the first anti-corruption commissioner we don't get. We don't reach this point. We say reach you for target corruption in that country. And one thing our level know that for say, each and every one of we in that country will corrupt. I want let people and let them show me 10 people or even 20 people in that country. Whether they go for something, whether they use influence for go for anything or office or documentation in land business in any other thing. Take cannot to Wataki for clear things there, for clear goods and Wataki. Whether they pass, whether they use their connection, whether they use Sababu. That's not all a corruption. That now will start from with the level to with the low people low down there, the lay people down there first. That don't start saying corruption. And we the people in that country, they make politicians and corrupt. Because of we the people in the same one who talk say this man they don't employ under how many years look at the electricity in the past under you don't get nothing. They under waiting them going, you don't get no seriousness in their life. They don't employ in that position. People they forget to talk about that. But people they talk say people this government people this administrative they thief money. They don't take money. Okay, not a problem. Nobody not denying. But if you get evidence, why make you not go present your evidence to anti-corruption commissioner? Present your evidence, let them investigate your evidence, let them see. The time that they talk about chief minister, what happened to chief minister? They say they find out say it transfer 1.5 million na Eco Bank bar or Usai, I don't understand Eco Bank or Us Bank where they talk about. Okay, if they say they don't transfer the money, then they Ben Kaifala say they don't go there, they don't go investigate, they don't check. They say they don't find out say the man get ATM card, but you know ever transfer money at the bank. So if the bank when they say they don't transfer the money, the bank says they don't transfer that money, they don't get any evidence, they don't get no clue about that evidence, that information they talk. Then what you want for the anti-corruption commissioner do? But all these don't go to that country, they don't do nothing now because of this fight against corruption. Now the same corruption where Ben Kaifala they fight so, now they fight back so for the greater, the same anti-corruption, the same corruption. Where Ben Kaifala the fight, and the same corruption the fight back to for the grade the guy. Okay, he put the teacher na cutting tree, which is not good. We all know say wrong that side because of the law not the the justice not get any right for let do anything in the. But no go back to the justice system in that country. Not to this not to that will be there with the graph of small people they go to 500 million they go charge them 50 million a bank. It's still 500 million. They will find out 50 million na court. So what people don't want to talk about corruption? Not on nothing. Most of the one that they talk Ben Kaifala no make sure not this what they call now because of them get interest.
I want all you under
somebody.
Yes. Everybody get rights to your own views. You self get rights to your views like how you talk so. So make we respect everybody in views and you self give your own. Instead of
I didn't attack somebody in view.
Okay, carry on.
I didn't attack somebody in view.
So what you want to say about the Salon people they ready for end corruption?
Salon people they're not ready for end corruption. Salon people are not ready for end corruption. If they're ready for end corruption, wallahi, corruption will end in that country. But they're not ready for end corruption. So if the people that don't get away the first for, they're not ready for accept what they first for them for. How don't they for? How do they first for them? It's just like when they take the Oscar on the sea for go drink. If we able to take the Oscar on the sea, we don't go force of letting in the water.
All right, thank you very much, Desika. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah. Yes, caller, are they live on here? Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, me, Triple.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm Ibrahim from Maryland.
Yes,
thank
Ibrahim, what's the percentage you want to give the commissioner?
Well, the commissioner, I get 30%.
Why 30%?
The reason being I say I get 30% because he get a long way for go. I'm not going to forget a passing mark for now until I see how the 5 years they go. Although he don't try his best because.
But you can get time for the 2 years. The one way you don't do now they get time for. Now they get time for the one. Now, what if President Bill tomorrow say no one time again? So that you don't greedy him.
Yeah, now you make I say he still get a long way for go for.
No, but what if tomorrow morning they say he know the day again?
Okay,
so you don't greedy him.
Still, still in 2 years, I still get 30%.
Oh, okay, we can continue.
Yeah. Okay, I get for Komena, it try a lot because compared to the way how corruption within our this country, we not get for able done a one thing, a small. The man, he try for doing a job, but this political appointee, now they disturb sometimes. The man, if only they allow for doing job, trust me, the corruption not get for see, get for done one boy, he get for minimize in the country. Then the salon people, which itself now we they make let the corruption go, we they let people, what make us say so. Like, for example, if you go to the office, I remember one time where I been go for my passport before they come. Where I go to the immigration, the man say, I forget something. Now I say, no. I say, I don't get nothing. I don't pay for this thing. Why I forget extra money again?
Then I will see ya.
Now 2013.
Okay, continue.
Yes. Now I say, no. I say, I don't need to forgive money again. I say, because I don't pay for this. I say, I don't need to forgive money. He say, well, you know, I'll let you get your passport quick. And I make it, you know, they pay. You they give me something. Now I say, no. I say, it don't matter. I say, but me, the money I don't pay for the passport, I say, I don't need to forgive any extra money again for like get that passport day. I say, I want to see the supervisor. But the guy not give me the chance. But I not get the money. You know, I not get that money day. So if that kind of thing they happen, we begin to complain to the one, the owner, the high authority, say, oh, why can't this office here? They can't ask me for money because they must get supervisor. Who they supervise them. But if I go because I want my passport, I go get that money day. So me self corrupt. A part of the already collect the money for me. Okay, you can't at the airport. If you go to the airport back somebody go ask you for money, you know, say you're not supposed to get that money day. If you don't get so you don't try for pay the corruption. But if you get that money day, so you say you're a corrupt person. Then Kaifala, what you can say they get 30%. If you try the people the way I see the corruption they fed right now, the most of the people are they see now people will be say sometimes just they try no more for try for survival because of what's and they get their living. They only know the hierarchy where they thief money, where they go, who's saying they go then they go charge there compared to what they don't thief. So if you only Ben Kaifala is ready for fed corruption, if you don't start from the one the way appointer, if the one influencer, you need to resign because the man beside this job, if you don't get a job before you get in this position. So if you want to do anything where somebody not get a chance for life the corruption, you go able to resign. Say, now you give me this job here, but if you not allow me to do my work, I resign. So now I make again 30%. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Before I call the next caller, since Ibrahim mentioned airport, now corruption on a bigger. Because as you reach, hey, wait you count for me, wait they left, you know go to everything. Airport, now corruption on a bigger. Yes, they get few corrupt practices than they. But that bigger one will still count as corruption on a bigger. They are in the comment section. Let we see how the comments they flow. Look how the next caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who call from, please.
Yes, this is Adama. I call from New York.
Adama, what's in at the percentage where you want to give the commissioner?
Again, 50%.
Why 50%, man?
Because when I listen to Mr. Torres, where he break down everything, when put everything together, I go with him because corruption in Sierra Leone is like a cancer. It has been eating that country nearly 60 years since the independence. So for us to just come and just wipe out, it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's going to take time. And for the first time, now this man, Francis Kaifala, now he don't really put light into corruption and how to go about it to abolish it. Okay. Now, if you ask me, if Sierra Leone people they don't ready to fight corruption, me go tell you say yes and no. Yes, the lower people there, the poor people there, they are ready. You know why? They are fed up because everything like kitchen sink, everything don't throw at them. Okay, so they don't tire. So they want may they solve the corruption. The upper echelon, they are not. You know why? Because they have all the money. Okay, they control the money. As a matter of fact, they don't send one of a bill in the house. What do? They kick them. Because they know for say, if they approve that, they will be inside big trouble more than somebody when a poor person within a street. So now make again 50%. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adama. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, caller, you live on your name and side call from.
Hello, Tikwe Lami.
Yes. So what's in the percentage we want to give the commissioner?
Okay, me get 80%.
Why 80%?
Why 80%? Since they don't create the anti-corruption commission, because if you do a comparative basis, then the first commissioner would ever recover $2 million. Even in America, we know something make America good before. Now pay any crime you commit here, whether not tickets. Now money they take in your hand. You go jail person, human rights, you don't get money for feeder and all that. So the place then crowded. And secondly, I'm not surprised when you get low grade. Corruption always fights back. I like now inside in family, right now, outside that boy that man did. Even in party member they say they no go answer. So I'm not surprised. And me, I know say most people condemn her for the teachers there. But me, I support 100%. And I was a teacher. I teach 10 years now, Sierra Leone, before I came to this country. Yeah. So me, that two occupations there, way important past anything. Where salon would they fail for realize we facing na money. Somebody can thief money in your hand. The question let me come, for example, let me take all things in our hand, we can now start all over, we get that. But are two things so important in human life, what you do. Where you damage that person, you don't damage them for life. One, are the human capital. And like healthcare and like a nurse, we're not stiff. If a nurse deprive a patient for an injection, don't say because you're not going to go sell that injection. Now that's why they would get around last year. You know, they talk for say, hey, we're not stiff. And right now, I'm a nurse, so I don't do both careers. Those two jobs, where they do one. You get for love, get love and passion, not to riches they make you, not so for money you go at the job. And secondly, you agree almost and they pay you before you accept them. So the kind of corruption women seen as salon partition. I was shocked with that salon. I not say that type of corruption. You have many other options how you make money. Even one advantage is the way they open a salon. You get 2 shifts. The next shift you can take and use them for private lesson. You go make pamphlets. You have to keep where you don't go deprive. You go make your mama pay 1.5 million for make you pass that bikini. You know the damage we don't cause from that bikini in life in the future. And right now, what's make all the grown men salon, 75% of the population are illiterate. And people are going there screaming at Kaifala because a minister can take some money, yes, but the effect where you damage bikini, just like when you rape bikini, where would you take and careless in a salon? The damage where that rape the kids in salon, it pass the tip where somebody go to. Now I make 2 jobs that are the world. Teaching job, it's not the way they teach beginning, teaching job and healthcare field. You are affecting the human being. So the problem is that we will not value human capital. We just value the figures. And secondly, if you're not being teacher, when you be the thief, we don't see teachers who they not go to MPs and ministers. When you become minister, you still the thief. When I one person, I not believe say thief na poverty they make like the thief. All type of corruption is corrupt. Now just contain that low say 7 million 7.5. Low say 0.5 now they open a high side. Let us say if all the 7 million are not corrupt, trust me, we'll go for fight the top. But let's say if you go buy permanent salon, you know, some of who want to do business, but they free, like we get the contract, people are not honest. The person will mix the palm with all that thing. So for talk say the man, for like people they can't grade like a 2%. Come on, even from that, you will see the political bias. And not say yes, you can fail, you go get on 40, 30. If you can go school the whole school year, you go get on 2%. Let's be honest, you want to start picking up in the one going good, just because even like that man we talk say like this way they can't punish him for this man. The chief minister will get Boku enemies because even use some bad words against people who are not supporter. But you know, they just go hold person just because they want to make you hold on for make you revenge fan. If that is true, come on, we have prominent journalists. From when this incident don't happen, how come even in the Tijan, Jalo, or even social media, you get right, look salary things like people like in poster, even those that are condemned, no other proof don't come up, and you can't hold person without justice. Well, even when they say it's selective justice, I not believe too. Because even when they hire you in a job, first come, first serve. When the man can't force it, people don't just kind of power till they can't begin the audit. They get for audit first those that were there. You get for clear first the old people. When I did the young time run now, like after 1 year, then he go start for this one. And I get evidence say if it kills them people here too. Sarah Bendo, he was appointed by this government. He prosecutes Sarah Bendo. This other lady where we go talk to Nigeria, he investigates them, even people, APC member, they don't investigate, he free them. Okay, yeah, the ambassador, this man went at the Secretary General for the APC party, even though to me, now thief that in a common thief, you go the ambassador, you eat money while you serve your party. But because the laws they're not allowed for hold the man, you know, even for hold on, he free him. The assistant, the vice chairman of APC party is free. But let's be honest, if let's even ask himself for say, now bias, corruption is corruption. You should not encourage just because I'm speaking, because you don't want to give excuse to corruption because they're not holding this person. I really, Sierra Leone, and secondly, the second question, Sierra Leoneans, we are not ready to fight corruption because we celebrate corrupt people. Where they rape Pekin, they say nobody they go in the House of Parliament for go demonstrate apart from this minor demonstration. But if like politicians so get incident, even the media, you go sit down and bring question, then they go ask over and again, then tarnish the boy in character just because of them teachers, then which of course, if such that the law not allow, but does it justify those teachers what they did to these kids? Those are the features of the country you are spoiling. So to me, we're not ready for faith corruption.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Mina Kaluga Kuma, calling from Vancouver.
Okay, finally you don't able forget to. Oh, Kaluga, you don't try say where you come to now. You don't cut off past almost time. I don't know. Make you try again. Yes, the line they cut off. Hello? I don't know. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, you did live on air. Yes, we hear you.
Okay, well, Mina Kaluga Kuma, the call from Vancouver.
What's in the percentage you want to give the commissioner?
Well, you don't already text that. I don't know if you want for my repeat.
Yes, I'm for repeating because some people are not on Facebook.
Okay, 2%.
2%. Why 2%, sir?
Good question. First, in fact, my quote with one of the panelists then, Rena Usman. I go quote to Usman and that of Aisatu. Usman put 1 point say, for the fact say, corruption don't be like cancer and would they make it difficult for the man when I Ben Kaifala. I want to make it clear. Now Ben Kaifala they make it difficult for himself and it they make it difficult for the people that we go come after them. For example, the pandemic fund that is designated for solve salon problem. We they get pandemic every year in the world. Now, what in salon do? Then go buy 30 Toyota Land Cruiser V8 for fight pandemic. And then I go back to waiting I Satugin say when the panelists na clever word and I be in don't take note of that say I go see but ain't don't see now. It make it clear. You know they go first corruption where they don't dissolve or they don't
disappear with property and money. No. Now that I dey go back to Usman, what Indian say about make the thing difficult. Kaifala they make it difficult for himself. The ICV then they now physical evidence right there. So you want wait, where SLPP don't come on power, then they go after them. That's how it don't make it difficult for the one way to come back. Say. Now we have physical evidence done. So if I go after her. So if you ask me, Salon not ready for fed corruption. Like one caller say, and that caller they get 30%. The caller say, if they hire, if somebody get a job, make it do the job independently. If somebody they correct them, or sorry for this hour, if somebody they boss them around, say no, so I want me to do them, make resign. Simple. Go back to the United States when I will neighbor than I am. The president, right after inauguration, they suspect him of corruption. Then they appoint a special counsel, Robert Mueller. They begin investigating right there. It's still in our office. So guess what? At the end of the day, we come on office, they indict him. Now that if I don't do. So, which means it deserves nothing more than 2% to my opinion.
Thank you very much, Kaloga. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I live on here. You name and who call from?
Mina Khalil, I call from New York.
What's in the percentage for the commissioner, sir?
I want 50%.
Why 50?
50 because it don't make a lot of changes. We don't count these 2 years. For example, it don't raise the corruption perception index amongst our Leonians. Like everybody aware now about corruption. Anything deeper, quick can say with the can call anti-corruption for you. Secondly, you get what it called the international recognition of Sierra Leone in fighting corruption. So defeat the all don't identify we say we they try for fight corruption. Then the national fight also. Everybody aware now about corruption. Exactly. Then we get the information flow. Information around corruption, it flow like anything. Case where it investigate, it quick for bring information out. Then it follow up according to the cases. And then they go to court now, so then they bring information out. If they convict the people, then whether they for pay back the money, all information they did na your phone, like ASAP as soon as possible. That side is very true because one thing about corruption also now information. Some cases then when they appear, the information that they can quick. So but people they get a different idea or different perception about how they affect the corruption case. Now you get also this ongoing COVID within the Fed, the fight. People are not listening. Like then we sign a paper where the ACC they on now with the head of the people that would affect the COVID day that the paper investigate in the sense like then they handing out for let them know go deep into corruption. Like ACC they watch over them what they do. If then they follow the news, then they get all that in the. But having said all this, the man they try. Then they say you not go able do what you not get. Now what the man gets now the D. The amount of power we get, that power they use for faith. You see? So if you watch all angles, it is everywhere. Even we get the arrest incident. This time present minister, they lost their job they were involved. That's alone if you no say he get it for bet. Then any side area, any corruption, if they see them go there, then go investigate there. You see what's happening with that marine issue, that's Rabendo, all that thing, and he did not say the man, he really the work. But what did he get? Now he do. Now, in terms of the challenges, it is all over. Corruption, they born every day. Because what in the been a corruption are the thinking, the thoughts, you grab today, you wake, they be for plan, say, now this time a plan or there for corruption. You understand? So every day are challenges. Because we the Sierra Leonean, so the second part of the question, we not already ate. we're not ready yet for let corruption done in that country, because any day we get a different thoughts about how to beat the system. And the system is so complex. Most of the system, they're not there online because the manual. Most of the system are manual. I work na public service for a few years. I know how things then work. You understand? Corruption never ever done in our country. Imagine we are 7 million people. We get about 7 million corruption cases. Because everybody in mind, they think for how they beat the system. No matter how you talk, fine, it's not. Because the motor man, now in make up than the in nature. Like we always want for beat the system, there we talk say we are great. So if I can say anything, then thank God, thanks for giving the space.
All right, I know, right? I've been saying I you go for go look for you, but you better read them.
I did. Timing, you know, the open door. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, Triple, thank you so much for coming back.
What's in the percentage, sir?
Me go give 80%.
80%? Why 80%, sir?
I think you will not accept the fact that, corruption, it pass cancer in that country. If Kaifala, the power we invested in Kaifala, say make effect corruption. If Kaifala say it affects that kind of way, believe me, that way it is common in office, mapa in Domo, that's when workers, nobody know the way go even say hi to one. The corruption down to the atmosphere and the corrupt. It also be part of free. That now even as schools, not taken from the NTSC exam. Then terrorism like I mean encourage a beginning, for keep the corruption. Can you imagine somebody they go school? Already take corruption for Adam to whatever cause it do. Was or Becca, then you if you don't legalize all in here, for local say, spying as you don't legalize that then Kaifala in good work. Now he make we able know that. And the little chance when Kaifala really say, okay, make her go out of the way. See, how many of we Bashad? How many of we? Everybody in a car now. Now you know that guy is against some facts. At the end of the day, although still remember the money we make Kaifala don't recover, then people in the community can say, now 2%, now this and that. Well, another commissioner we don't pay before. Salon, we kind of look so easy. Now that make me a Kintokan. And we all can just pretend no more. All these oxygen, we not belong to political party. But big line and each of them is the gets in political party where it prefer. It's not going to be dormant for supporters. They will rather prefer say, they will prefer the area baby. But we all go with political party. Just because, this man, we feel say, that this political party, it belongs. But I could if you say, now one-sided. Now one-sided. But look, Aisha Johnson in case. That means they also can then cut the case. I mean, at the end of the day, Aisha go back to office. I thought he was the strongest MPP man. Or people want to not so in, okay, not to say, in and not an, but also in one and just relief from duty. Southeasterners and Movington as well. The country is so corrupt that, I mean, as small. Maybe someday, one day, I mean, any other commissioner we go there, they go fetch them, the way when we want to make fetch them. Make me praise this guy. This guy don't go bribe, outsiders and say, narrate me, or give me whatever status. Now then watch, I mean, they see him and work, they elevate them to wherever it is.
Okay, thank you very much, Koroma. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
I call from, I'm named James, and I come from Virginia.
Yes, James, what's in the percentage you want to give the commissioner?
I get 70%.
Why 70, sir?
Well, I forget more, but I give room for let improve more. The reason why I give 70%, he don't really try. Number one, they're not too equipped anyway. I hope where government will give them more so that they will equip more, because some document and they will produce to them or some evidence and they will give. No much now they will be able to detect whether or not new documents or not old documents. So then get for more improve on that. Corruption within the country, it will be very, very difficult for the corruption done in the country. Although it don't try very hard for it try in a way. The areas that really where I want to focus, if there is a way, neither immigration and water key. Now one of the places that they will really, really corrupt in the country. I hope government will help them. Or the people then, because they want hearing from callers and whatever we talk about, let widen the caller and cell phone. Now the only ways in this way they will able to get information. I don't know other way the way people they send information to them for let them know whether they're corrupt. But me don't see how really they play a very good role. Like I see like where he arrest people then now both the one that would be bribe for give a pin code. I see people the way they arrest them. So really they try. But the people of Sierra Leone, they're not ready yet for letting corruption done in the country. Because now then, because what I listened yesterday when we talk, people then they still the influence them for let be corrupt. But I don't know why they arrest them. Now the bad thing down there. So to me outside tonight, I give that grade because of good job way they do. So I thank you very much for where you allow me for participate in the program.
All right, James. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and who the call from?
Yes, me and Michael at the call from Pennsylvania.
Yes, Michael. What's in the percentage where you want to give the commissioner?
For me, I'll give the commissioner 80. So
80%. Why yes. 80, sir?
Reason being, I believe you don't try. You don't do in level best. Just like the previous caller say. I know say you don't get all the tools needed. Because if you hold in America, money need to pass na hand all the time. Most times, like all the people don't need a salon. Everybody who want get paid, pass and go give you money. That money business, if they're able to stop that way, everything for most of the things for big electronics, you're able to reduce corruption. But once money they pass hand to hand, it will be very, very difficult. You don't really.
I want to under quick first. Wataki, okay. You know, say Wataki now the bank then they go pay and everything. Now just inside the key, now they pay to Bolori. Because most of the transaction na bank, but still yet money they pass. So even when they don't try for cut the flow of cash, people then still they demand for money.
Well, the thing about the whole issue is at the end of the dynamic, it could be much more easier for really pinpoint on them people that they ask for money. Because an incident happened every one time I go for do something. Okay, because I know say we want to expedite something, even I get for pay more money. Pay more money, the person back, the direct whoever I go to say for go pay another money. I say they do am. I say now the crazy corruption at this country, yeah. I say, we not say if you also come out, so you want expedite maybe like any document, you they pay more because that's not the law. If I don't pay more, you want back like give money in your hand, no, I need to do them. Because even we serve our citizens, now we serve for able to curtail corruption. Because some of the things and when we serve, they encourage at the end of the day, it lead to corruption as well. You know, but I not say the man don't they try because corruption only in America, Sierra Leone, maybe from the origin. And in not going to come approve all the corruption number in 2, 3, or 4, even or 5 years. Even let's say then get 1 term of office. Even 2 terms of corruption, you're not going to eradicate corruption. I not say it will minimize corruption. You know, it don't really do well because we said to follow the news for the Naya. We not say don't expose some people even at the political party and the APC government as well been there previously. So it really don't they do well. It don't they try. We not say it not going to be easy because that's the way it don't tackle. And I not say the previous governments or them video nobody ever talk about this. Nobody ever talk about corruption business, say, oh, they don't go catch his spots in now, they don't go catch his spots in now. Nobody ever hear about that. So if now they talk about corruption, now a good thing, at least people they hear the open, people they no say yes. Now nothing this whole Sierra Leone has the debate. And I know say if we not stop, if we keep pressing on, we not say get support needed. Because even we not say the people that evil and then at the government right now, some of the people that are not going, like what they do. So we as citizens now we for give support, now we for boost them up for no say they do a very good work. So with that we not say instead go work hard because no rest assured say them people themselves for the SLPP government, some they not go like what they do. But I know they don't do well. They don't really try. They don't expose some people them and let we support them as citizens of Sierra Leone that it will continue for expose even the one held in power right now. And for just cut and show one thing where me not want what people they do. Or even what he go do. Let people them come on power before he begin find out about them. Like what then at the United States of America, then they wait till you turn down before they begin investigate. You go then at office, if you do something bad, either you go jail or you refund the money. So now then thing and they don't know wait till where the SLPP come on power before he begin find out what thing that they do know. Where they power anybody, if you been at the minister do anything. Now, Sierra Leone, let's set example because we set example from the top. Trust me, what the little man see him. He go say, if not me boss, they don't gonna jail. So, be careful. So me I give him 80% because of that. And as bravo to him, I will continue for support him.
All right, thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.
Okay.
But however, we get 15 callers them. I not count the panelists them. The panelists them grade not counted, but 15 callers then be called tonight. And this now how triple A making on grade. Average now from 50 to 65. That's average. The pass now 65 upwards and the fail now 49 downwards. We get 4 people away grade the commissioner average. We get 6 people them we say he fail, and we get 5 people them we say he pass out of 15 callers. I not count, like I said, I not count the we panelists them. What thing I want to say? Me, Naya, what thing me think about 2 years in office? The commissioner definitely is doing a very fine job. What I mean by that? Corruption don't be embedded in every fabric of Sierra Leone, from even the flag Sierra Leone flag. If you're able to come out yourself, go do one small corruption before you come back, you can hang at the pool. Because we don't take and say it's normal. Now the normal thing that one day wait for do people them for waiting, them for corrupt. So you get a very big job, Ryan. And this big job, the sad part I think say they unbug the commissioner. One, people and they think say just because he's appointed by the president and he's part of this present administration, he's a supporter of this present administration. So it will be difficult for him for make he able for pursue corruption cases them where they go against this particular administration. I remember the first time when we interview him, that particular day, then heavy break the news say, yes, case then in table. Now we in just now maybe meeting day in a meeting where in just they don't indict certain people them at that time. As long as when you come with this one say is one-sided, it gets beaucoup list for you. For make it show you say, one-sided. Even the one way people they say, Parliament, Paran and Tawa. Even today, he said they still investigate that case there. Well, you go say, well, that case there itself, you don't tell, look what the thing be hot here now that thing they want but up to now. Remember, even the Chinese race, that one way they indict the former Minister of Labor, will be the education, Alpha Timbo. Then do a press conference, then self go. They announce. And if you be the follow, you go see say, definitely, then get update on that. Side and the way, then the falter, yes, that's true. But again, then get a very big job like they have. then get a very big job. They are not perfect. They are not. And NSSF not go say they're 100% clean. So we dey try for make say this now waiting the people them within at the diaspora say about in 2 years in office. It don't take 2 years. It dey tell you all the recognition them way it don't get out of Sierra Leone. Because people them out of Salon they see they really do a good job. Somebody they tell me say you think say you go do a good job if you be say if you done it from the past administration to this administration. He say easy because what you do they go after the past administration them. He say so it easy for them because what you do they go after the past administration. But like I said, you know what in like me, I keep my number for them. The first auditor report will come out. They say, oh, it be mixed with the previous administration. We're waiting for the next auditor general report. And that's the time we go able for tell, say, Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala is one-sided or in not one-sided. For now, when you say he one-sided, it go give you a list. It go give you a list. And again, I want to encourage you. Maybe I will share the interview what Abi don't do with him. The time we 1 year. The time we 1 year, I do an interview with him in a salon. Where he gave all the outline and we had a conversation. And when you meet with him, he has the passion. He has the passion to fight corruption in Sierra Leone. However, some man say even the cloud na saloon corrupt. I can tell them, say, no, mix the cloud. They come na the west. West sun they come up before you marry. There are some states then there, By the time sun they come out, snow down for them. Breeze don't blow. Before you marry, other thing don't come. Inside the same few hours. I think, say, what to make the commissioner, they get a little bit of hard time right now because now the president appoint him. If this same person with all waiting they do now was not appointed by the president of Sierra Leone, this percentage where he gets, I won't believe say for be change. But because we sabi Sierra Leone, everything we did. We get for bringing politics inside. Are they 100% clean? Me feel say no, they are not, because they are human beings. A lot of times we don't hear about kickbacks and waiting, like rumor. Rumor has it, word around the streets. Just like way the caller say, NSSF talk and say people in the threatening in life, people like you want corrupt them. Well, then people in this who want corrupt you, na corruption. Not so. So now for prosecute them people in this safe. I be ask a question, say airport. Na corruption or na bega. I see a lot of people say na both. I see a lot of people say na both. Some people they say no na bega. Some people they say na corruption. Where you reach na airport? Where you reach na airport? There are corrupt practices there. I not go deny that. There are corrupt practices na airport. Yes. He did it. But me feel say they want the way they big. Way they big. Yes? Okay. My last encounter. I think I be get up to, I can't even remember anyway, but it be past like 500,000. And I be don't keep that money, they say, I'll come with it when I return back, now I go it. Man, where you see them begin big. Like, okay, you feel the human part of you. I don't get like, there is one part where I reach, That in 3 days. I don't give say okay on a 3 shebam. The one person all and they talk say, no, Brian, I forget it. And I say, I say no. Now on a 3 days, on a shebam, na for on a 3. You can't tell me say, make I give that other one and you don't all land it. No. Then I reach to the last side for enter the person himself team up na the domot. Hey, now say paddy, this one we don't left so. This are the go to. And then they left on a salon. I they go with her. So I pass. That one they didn't bigger to me. The one they went at the corruption now. This is what happened. Me they give me on. I get a whole suitcase where get food. An entire suitcase, yes, na Africa, man, this na salon guy, yo. And then go salon, I come back. Me, I call Pamine all. Make I tell you now, I even get Pamine inside it. I get a whole suitcase, we get food stuff. Okay. I get me paper for them. They announce me name. No, the other thing I never announced. These people, they not announce me name. They wait for me na the domot for enter. So they wait for me while they come, while give me passports, and then check and then say, na demand this. Na demand this. So now I say yes, what's happen? And they say no, they need to allow you for enter. I say why? They say because you get some things them that you bag away. Now I say yes, and I get paper for them. Now I pull the paper. Now I give them. Now and then say, okay, well, this paper is for Obayanda, but not for Obaya. Now I say, hey, everything within inside that suitcase, then in this paper. I say, you can't tell me say na for Obayanda. Whatever una want for do, una can do na the suitcase. If una want bring and come, if una want check, everything una can check. I say, but everything na in the day. Hey, well, wait till you go left now. I say, that's what you should have done first. But I say, for the matter of fact, when you don't come, you can't block me. You say, then say me not for enter. Now there, I don't get issue with tuna. So, the security them, we then at that side for that baggage. Then with the security, we then at that first entrance. We for go inside, for go immigration. The one then now, then begin separate themselves, say, oh, no, not to will. Now they one and they, now they say your passport, this and that. So if it still hold me passport, now I can get me passport. So the lady begins smiling, I take me passport now. Now say for the matter of fact, the way I wanna behave, even if I want to give una something, I need to give una. I say I need to give una. So I walk off, they drag me back, they go. So the one they now the main, the one they say they need for check back. They need for check the passport back. I say, also wanna see I go. So I get away with you, the left. I say, no, this is the thing. As long as you don't make things hard for me, then definitely you don't want make I give you tip. Make I feel out of humanity. I say, okay, unaya. But if una find strategy for waste me time, I'm not going to give you any tip. Now the same thing with police then, where you reach this and that, oh, Kandong, Kawitin self, this and that, oh, you put license now, then say you get license from the diaspora, I want to make nice. I'm not going to give you a tip because waiting you don't waste me time. If you're doing a fine job, yes, that's fine. You can able to say, hey, yes, this and that. A lot of time, later I don't work on a checkpoint them. Maybe I can get drink or something, I get food, maybe I come on a restaurant or I get small thing, I meet in a checkpoint, the place cold, like one other net, really cold, that checkpoint by agent, very cold. I meet in the, hey, what you go do for this and that. I meet them without asking, I get them. Because waiting do, we're just trying for, like me, sometimes I can get ride, maybe if waiting self, but this time around, I don't think I will count few people who I get ride. When I officers them, sometimes I can get ride. Because that's why they see them in this train. But wait to make they talk this, because this is the thing. If you do your job correctly, out of humanity, I can feel forgive you. But if you find a way, a scheme, for say you can't get from me, for say you get from me, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I will get some boku, with police officers then. Where you don't waste your time, you don't kind of, in Sierra Leone, they say they check for fire extinguisher. Then they check for motorcar fire extinguisher. You go kind of come up on the boot, you show them this and that. Then at the end of the day, one check for driver's license, you give them this and and see driver, oh, and our brother, hey, brother, no, paddy, you don't waste me time. That time we don't waste, it don't cost you. Eh? The one them where they bigger, yes, the bigger get for done. But again, when them beg you, now you they feel for gee. Like I said, like the one that we want to make for waiting outrightly, I say no. And that one them we all don't travel, so we know one of the scheme day where you can with your 2 suitcases and they say, oh, don't make a one. No, me always at the decline. At the decline always. I can pay for my extra suitcase. As I can't wait and see you get that pile of baggage, then come to you, say, we're able to turn that today to one, then you give him certain money, this and that. Make you always tell and say, no. Me, I they pay for my suitcase. So you see, then they also, our account, then so now they go them. So now just give me the paper, I go up, I go pay the. So, the first person where they can don't decline, they are not going to force you. They don't say, Paupa. Like me, I gave me scale na house. I gave me scale. I did scale first before I candy. Because in Sierra Leone, if you mistake weigh 1 or 2 pound extra, 1 or 2 pound extra, trust me, they will come after you. Because waiting do they want money from you. In the diaspora, some people want employee of the month, yes, then go first. But some people, they can just let it go. A lot of time, like Africa, you know how they travel, we baggage they always, A lot of time, I can get past. But while they alone, I need a mistake safe. And they make sure, say, I always they, even not on, I need pass 1 or even half points, make it go there. Because when you reach the airport, that's the time they're waiting for. I remember, like my own case, the person, I don't decline to and say, no, I'm going to pay. So then they open now say this one, now they will go kitchen. They be say one per day suitcase here past the allocated weight. It can't team up. The person will go meet me for Belmio. He can't team up now with me the way. I was like, okay, you can team up all you want. But this them bag here, they don't wait from us before they reach here. And as so I reach, everything correct. I say, yes, so if I go pay, I go up, I pay, I can down, and that's it. There's a lot of corrupt practice in the airport, I agree. Now, I don't give you the different one the way me don't go through. Maybe you self get different one the way you self don't go through. But the bigger, it can just feel embarrassing sometimes. Can just feel embarrassing. I remember at one time at this salon, I want to make a quick trip and come back. Nothing to say, this guy, this particular guy, he helped me push. He said the line up with me where I want. I think I took 3 weeks. I go back salon. You know, say that guy remember me. He remember me as I come on. I say, hey, bra, remember na maybe happy the last day where you go. But I be say that line up, that same line up. Okay, we'll talk about corruption. But we hope say corrupt. We all get me na wataki. Go clear. Yes, then say go pay the bank. You pay the bank and everything. This guy come meet the agent from nowhere. He take the car key na yan. Like say na play the play. Now it's our the agent say forget 100,000 per the money. I don't mix there because I mean no I'm. I don't know I'm. I just tell the agency I need my car key. Now they sort themselves out. But he pull money na the agent hand. He pull money na hand. And he said, what's aki? Hey, daddy God. NRA, they kill the corruption, they kill yanda. Oman, they kill yanda. Motukawe no go worth anything. Then say, na so NRA say, then go charge you. And like this particular year, me, I be don't tell them, I get for do a follow up. Then be tell you say, NRA say, oh, clear motoka, one particular tax they then they charge, we then they give it back. I get for remind somebody in a salon, we still get up last one way me clear. Where I go so. Then everybody they take me make phone. Why I tell them, say this one, they say then they give back. But I forget. We have to test the system. We have to test the system. Oh. We have to. Me to someone say if I forget the thief na airport. Wataki, I don't go through airport. Well, I don't ever go through it. I know say other people they don't go through. Me don't reach an airport and the entire suitcase not getting padlock again. I go make reports. They say if me for open for I say no, I can't because I don't know what's inside the suitcase. When I say how many suitcases I get, I don't know. I say, but however, I go now and check. In case I don't see something, I go give a call. Say, yes, that suitcase will be missing. But nothing will be lost there. What I came here, I don't ship motorcar. When the motorcar reach salon, I don't know who say it happen, who say it not happen. All the tires, then the rims, them within at the car. Where it salon to in the day. Now different. I was so mad that now what I keep, now I sell the motorcar. That's how frustrated I was. And I still get pictures for that for prove them. The rims them will be then at the car. Now the rims them even make me elect the car buyer, send and go salon. When the motorcar reach salon, it not go to none of the rims. None. If you see what in them put on there, you go cry. I was frustrated like, no way. We all get to story for salon. But we hope for the best. Anti-corruption, 2 years in office. We wait for me the second Auditor General report come out. Then we gonna say for true. Francis Bay in Kaifala, not the man of the moment. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple say tata.
Yeah man. We family Mr. Akman the woro the BPD Babadaka. We are on a we know say life day after Corona. So let we come together and fix this. Voila.
We all not say we for do. Only thing them where they say we for do. So then go try for open the border. Cause it's life after Corona. They are go able for hug me brother. And I go able for hug me sister. Let me try for fight the fight. Yeah. So then go try for open the border. Now we people left for night. So we go live in peace. Now we try for fight the fight. Yeah. So then go try for open the border. Now we people left for night. So we go try for push alone go before. No, you bring me I want to do none. I see my eyes don't they look you, I know you they hate me now. Sierra Network Radio.